Number 50. Dot Hack. This is one big game cut into 4 episodes, but they are identical in terms of graphics, story and gameplay. Obviously the plot advances with each game and characters develop more. Classic action RPGs with dungeon crawling elements about a group of players in a fictional online game. Number 49. Art Tonelico. A very unique turn-based RPG taking place within a science fiction setting. Great battles side by side, amazing soundtrack, a large but well-written plot, and some heavy fan service involved. Number 48. Disgaea, Hour of Darkness. One of the most important pillars of tactical RPGs, legendary for being a huge grind fest. As the toughest game of them all, it paved the way for a unique series full of comedy, charm, and very twisted humor. Number 47. Tales of the Abyss. Possibly among the most beloved titles in the series, Abyss is a very solid action RPG. It's known for having quite a troublesome character development and a plot divided into 2 opposing perspectives. Awesome music and awesome battle mechanics. Number 46. Persona 4. Combining a colorful presentation with upbeat characters but in a dark story, Persona 4 became extremely popular. It's another turn-based RPG with an improved battle system featuring a fantastic and a diverse soundtrack. Number 45. Final Fantasy XII. The controversial Final Fantasy XII, the first one in the main series to change the battle mechanics. These were now real-time action, but still with an attack waiting bar. This time it played more like an MMORPG, with very long maps and a giant world, combining steampunk elements with a medieval war. Number 44. Wild Arms, Alter Code F. This is the remake of the original Wild Arms on the PS1 with much better graphics and a full 3D environment. It stayed true to the original, however, so it delivered an equally amazing adventure a la Wild West. Number 43. Star Ocean Till the End of Time. The third entry in the iconic Star Ocean series, science fiction RPGs with space travel and planetary exploration. Weird action battle system, quite technical, but impressive if you manage to get into it. Number 42. Romancing Saga, Minstrel Song. Another remake, this time of the very first Romancing Saga for the Super Famicom, never released outside Japan. We got this amazing version instead, with small open world exploration and 8 different characters to choose from, each with their own story. Fantastic turn-based battle system and beautiful art style. Number 41. Growlancer 2: The Sense of Justice. Included in the Growlancer Generations North American release, it's one brutally hard RPG. Tactical mechanics combined with real-time made it very challenging but also quite engaging. Short game with great character design and a very well scripted plot. Number 40. Phantasy Star Universe. The start of a new saga after the online versions had been successful. Battle mechanics became more fluid, music was more stylized, and of course, more emphasis went to the story and characters. Number 39. Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga. The famous but also underrated duology of post-apocalyptic RPGs, set in a virtual reality with a very dark plot. Battles were played in turns, but with your character transforming into a demon, and as usual with an incredibly good soundtrack. Number 38. Arc the Lath, Twilight of the Spirits. The fourth title in this strategy RPG series, and the last one to be actually good. This one is highly underrated and somewhat different as it plays with freedom of movement within limited areas. Awesome story about 2 races trying to overcome their differences. Number 37. Odin Sphere. The Vanillaware masterpiece with extremely beautiful art style in an ancient world bound by the Norse mythology. 5 different story arcs, excellent action battle mechanics totally in 2D, a brutally hard game but completely worth the challenge. Number 36. Atelier Iris, Eternal Mana. The very first title in this gigantic series to be localized outside of Japan. A niche title with tons of charisma, it focuses on both the adventure with side-by-side turn-based battle system, and its alchemy features with gathering items to synthesize them. Number 35. Disgaea 2, Cursed Memories. The sequel, sharing some story elements and some characters of its predecessor, it focused on 2 new main protagonists, a more balanced gameplay, but still a never-ending grindfest. Number 34. Tales of Legendia. My personal favorite in the series, known for its beautiful artwork, its hypnotizing soundtrack and its really strong character development. Great battle system completely in 2D, resembling a great beat 'em up. Number 33. Art Tonelico 2, Melody of Metaphalica. Set in the same universe as the first one, but with a new plot and characters. This game gave more emphasis on the conflict between the 2 heroines, however, it left the turn-based battle mechanics intact as well as its visual novel elements and strong fan service. Number 32. Growlancer 3, The Dual Darkness. The prequel to All, also included in the Growlancer Generations release, battles were more engaging this time and less frustrating. Nevertheless, it still retained its brutal difficulty, real-time strategy battle mechanics, and once again, a bewildering story. Number 31. Suikoden 4. The black sheep of the family, criticized for its terrible navigation in the sea and its party reduced to 4 during battle. Other than that, Suikoden 4 is still an amazing game with great battle mechanics and a huge cast of very unique characters. Number 30. Radiata Stories. A very fun action RPG, highly underrated. It is known for letting you recruit almost every single character in its world, conflicted between humans and non-humans. Battles with 4 party members involved and different types of weapons at your disposal. Number 29. Shadow Hearts. Another Gothic RPG revolving around the First World War with demons involved, especially the cursed main character with the ability to transform into some of them. Highly unique story, amazing battle system, and its famous Judgment Ring, where you had to click the attack button at the correct time. All this in an excellent turn-based experience. Number 28. Manakimia. A spin-off of the Atelier series, following a high school simulator based on synthesis and alchemy. Great battle system played in turns, quite similar to the Iris series. A memorable cast of characters and a story full of twists and charisma. Number 27. Phantasy Star Universe Ambition of the Illuminus. The sequel to its revolutionary predecessor, often overlooked. Yes, they both had online modes back then, but mostly focused on the offline experience. The story keeps on going after the events in the first game, still with its technical but fast battle mechanics. Number 26. Chaos Wars. Infamously known for its terrible voice acting in English, but with its highly addictive strategic system. It's a crossover from many different RPGs at a time, including some Idea Factory games, Growlancer, and even Shadow Hearts. Great battles based on combos in a science fiction setting with lots of replay value and characters. Number 25. Final Fantasy X. Known for its highly emotional story and unique ending, Final Fantasy X became a huge success. Its battle system was more balanced, less tense, but still very fun to play. It was also the first title in the series to include voice acting. Number 24. Ys 6, The Ark of Napishtim. It was the first to be fully in 3D with total control over adult Christian, the main character. A very fast-paced action RPG, quite challenging in a short adventure, this time with more prominence in the story. Number 23, Atelier Iris 2, The Azoth of Destiny. A sequel to Eternal Mana, but almost completely unrelated to it. This one had new characters in a new adventure between two different worlds divided. Battle mechanics, graphics, story, characters, and even the music felt like a very well done improvement. Number 22, Kingdom Hearts 2. Another sequel in the list, this time much better than the original game, still follows the adventures of Sora into the many Disney worlds with some Final Fantasy characters involved, also with an initial new main playable character. Number 21, Grandia 2. Following a dark story but with strong comedy elements, Grandia 2 was ported to the system. Lag was there as well as some bugs, but nothing that ruined its fantastic gameplay mechanics or its highly unique and improved turn-based battle system. Number 20, Dot Hack GU. A trilogy of games that is one story altogether with the same visuals and gameplay mechanics. A huge improvement in the battle system was done compared to the initial tetralogy. Very strong character development in a deep and dark twisted story. Number 19, Wild Arms 3. This is a turn-based RPG, also with cel-shaded graphics, that went back to the old and Wild West fashion. Follows 4 different main characters bound together by different objectives. Its battle mechanics were amazing, with your party members going around the battlefield. Truly an underrated gem. Number 18, Growlancer Heritage of War. The 5th and last game to be localized outside Japan, leaving its sequel behind. A masterpiece in the real-time strategy genre, with battle mechanics combined with action. 4 different story arcs leading to the amazingly well-written main plot. Great soundtrack too, in the best hidden JRPG gem of all time. Number 17, Mana Khemia 2, The Fall of Alchemy. Another spin-off in the Atelier series, it follows the story of the first, but with a new setting and a new cast of characters. This time you can choose between 2 protagonists and delve deep into the world of alchemy. It takes place in a school simulator with an extremely addictive turn-based battle system. Number 16, Dark Cloud 2. A forgotten gem on the system, another action RPG with a variety of characters to play as. Many different gameplay mechanics were introduced, but the game still focused on its technical hack-and-slash elements. Beautiful game from level 5. Number 15, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. A true nightmare in all sense of the word, highly important and influential. Nocturne offered a solid challenge and a very controversial story in its darkest nature. Battles laid in a press turn system, recruiting demons to your side and exploiting their many different abilities. Number 14, Suikoden 5. My favorite in the series, the masterpiece Suikoden 5 became a huge game with gameplay mechanics taken to perfection. Its 3 different battle systems offer variety in strategy and a bewildering engagement. Truly one of the best RPGs on the PlayStation 2. Number 13, Dragon Quest VIII. The game that finally threw the series into critical success outside Japan. With its cel-shaded graphics and code development from level 5, this is a big game with beautiful music and an excellent turn-based battle system. Also a personal favorite of many gamers out there. Number 12, Rogue Galaxy. Also by level 5, this was one of the very first attempts to create an open world as an action JRPG. Steampunk elements in a science fiction universe with space exploration involved. Very hard game, fast-paced action, and its well-known cel-shaded graphics. Number 11. Eternal Poison. A fantastic Gothic RPG revolving around 4 totally different routes and characters, all bound in the search of the Eternal Poison. Grid-based strategy RPG with extremely beautiful art style, a stunning and diverse soundtrack, and one of the best stories ever written in the genre. Number 10. Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Raido Kusunoha. 2 games are here, again a duology, revolving around the grim detective Raido Kusunoha. Your job is to solve crimes in the fictional 1930s, battling demons and other creatures in a hack-and-slash fashion. And of course, you can recruit most of them to fight by your side. Number 9. Valkyrie Profile 2 Silmeria. This is my favorite RPG on the system, a masterful sequel to the iconic Valkyrie Profile on the PS1. Very beautiful world and graphics, melancholic soundtrack, this game is technically a masterpiece. Quite a deep story with strong character development. Last but not least, it's weird but addictive battle mechanics played in turns, but with free movement around the battlefields. Truly a game to exploit with high replay value. Number 8. Wild Arms 5. Wild Arms 4 changed the battle system, still in turns, to hexagonal layers. The 5th game in the franchise improved it thoroughly. This fantastic RPG combines the Wild West with some science fiction elements within its friendly but challenging gameplay mechanics. Number 7. Grandia 3. Another graphically impressive game, and sadly the last in the Grandia series. While the story may not be appealing to most people, I still found it full of charm. Music and battle mechanics stand out like crazy here as it took the turn-based combat into its biggest improvement yet. Number 6. Shadow Heart's Covenant. A direct sequel of the first game, following the adventures of Yuri, but now with new companions. This title stood out mainly for perfecting the battle system and the Judgment Ring, also for lessening its gothic elements and enhancing the fan service. Number 5. Suikoden 3. The only game in the series with 4 different protagonists, all with a scripted personality. Its 3 battle systems offered a new experience as they focused more on turn-based design. They were certainly an acquired taste. The story, however, is what definitely stands out the most in this underrated RPG. Number 4. Shining Tears. One of the very few action RPGs on the system to offer a 2-player cooperative mode. Beautiful character design, simple but addicting gameplay mechanics. These mainly revolve around its slightly chibi and slightly Diablo-style battles. Number 3. Stelladeus: The Gate of Eternity. An overlooked and hidden gem on the system, great tactical RPG with a surprisingly dark story. Beautiful cel-shaded graphics and a very unique cast of characters, also criticized for bad voice acting, but it definitely doesn't kill the experience. Number 2. Persona 3. The game that revolutionized the industry with strong simulation elements. My personal favorite in the series with a very versatile soundtrack. Its battle system was turn-based, letting you control only your main character while everybody else was handled by the AI. Still a great game with an amazing cast of characters and a very dark story. Number 1. The Xenosaga Trilogy. I always include them in the same spot, even though I shouldn't. They are one story told within the same universe and characters, all 3 of them with a turn-based battle system. However, in terms of design and graphics, they are almost completely different games. Science fiction at its best, truly memorable characters, extremely deep and detailed story, this trilogy is simply astonishing. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching.